Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your man, not boy, man, actually. Big blue front end. Um, don't you think it's hilarious that after all this time, we still have horrible problems with the most simple and old arcade games? Point being, check out Frogger in MAME. See how the frog is overlapping the blue area of the background? Um, this has been, a goofy bug in Frogger for like literally, years, maybe a decade. I don't know how long it's been like that. And the fix for it is basically deleting four characters from one source file, which is, pretty comical. But in any case, the next version of MAME is finally going to fix this. If you apply it, this is what it's going to look like. So see how the frog is actually properly below the blue border now. Everything is aligned properly, and it actually affects other portions of the screen too during gameplay. Basically the background alignment in the game has been wrong for like 10 years. So it's 2017 and Frogger, okay, Frogger finally got emulated properly. Isn't that crazy? Jesus. Okay, so that's one thing in the next MAME that's kind of interesting. The other thing is I've been screwing around a lot with MAME's DirectX 9 backend and specifically, working on integrating some of the Groovy MAME enhancements into it without actually getting all the Groovy MAME crap that somebody with an LCD wouldn't want. And so the problem with Groovy MAME is that the most recent build actually doesn't work with Direct3D 9EX. And the reason that you want Direct3D 9EX is because they added the ability for you to limit the maximum number of pre-rendered frames. With this out-of-the-box standard Direct3D 9, Direct3D has to render at least 3 frames. So you basically have a minimum of 2 frames of extra latency on everything. Calamity, the Groovy MAME developer figured out that if you switch to Direct3D 9EX, you can get rid of 2 frames of latency. And you really almost don't even need frame delay anymore if you're familiar with frame delay, because this pretty much removes most of the latency, from the emulator. But here's the thing though, Groovy MAME, it didn't actually work on a normal Windows box. At least it didn't work on Windows 10. And so, I fiddled around with the source code and got it working. And you can see how it's set here. We're basically setting the Direct3D device to have a maximum frame latency of 1. And by doing that, we're getting minimal input lag here. It's really, really goddamn responsive. It brings a smile to my face. It's fantastic. And so I'll be releasing a diff and the source code for this so that you can bake it into your own builds. But I'll also be putting up a no nag Direct3D 9EX version of that. And also I'll include my HLSL settings, which are better than anyone else's on the planet. And it's a pretty nice setup. It's pretty impressive there. So those are nice things. I'm harassing MAME developers as we speak to try to get them to officially support Direct3D 9EX, so that I don't have to keep farting around with the source code. I don't want to waste my time doing this. I just want games to run as well as possible. But for the time being though, yeah, it's achievable and it's awesome, and it's going to be available for everybody soon.